Greatness. This is empowering you to be a better you. All right, all right. Saying good evening, good evening, good evening. All right. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hey, Brother Lawrence, glad to have you, man. Super. Glad to have you hanging out with us. Awesome. Wonderful. All right. Hanging on with someone else. Hello, Sister Denise. Glad to have you hanging out with us. Awesome. All right, all right. Hello, Sister Martha. Glad to have you. Super. All right. Good evening, good evening, good evening. All right. One more. Cousin Adrian, thank you, man, for hanging out with us. This is empowering you to be a better you. Listen, tonight I want to ask a question, right? And that is, how do you see yourself? Okay? Dominique, I want to make the expression of this. What you see is what you will be. So that simply is what you see in your mind is what you will be. I'm going to be a little biblical on the basis of looking at Caleb and Joshua, okay? You pretty much know the story, so I'm just giving you the gist. But Caleb and Joshua are the two spies that made up the 12 spies that went over to view the land, okay? And they came back with two different reports, okay? And so as they came back with two different reports, two of them said, we're well able to take it. 10 of them said, hey, Joyce, 10 of them said that we look like grasshoppers in their sight. So, you know, the Bible actually says, so as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So what I want to pull on you tonight as we talk about empowering you to be a better you and you're living your life intentionally, all right? I want to pull on you that it is your thinking that makes you see what you see. This was pulled very deeply, Denise, inside of me, Joyce. The late Dr. Miles Monroe did this illustration about the elephant and the lion, and I've always held on to that because you got to grab this statement again. It is your thinking that makes you see what you see. Okay, the elephant is larger than the lion. Hey, Greg, glad to have you, man. The elephant is a whole lot larger than the lion. The elephant is a whole lot stronger than the lion. I'm pretty sure he can take him out if he really wanted to with a foot, with a tusk, some way, somehow. But catch this. The elephant views himself different and the lion sees the elephant different. Catch this. When the elephant sees the lion, he sees eater. When the lion sees the elephant, he sees lunch. And it's amazing because you got two different sizes. You got two different sizes here. You've got a huge, maybe 2, 3, 4 ton animal versus a smaller cat. And yet, the elephant in his mind sees eater and the lion in his mind sees lunch. Joshua and Caleb, they saw two different things than the other 10. The 10 saw themselves as grasshoppers, and the 2, Joshua and Caleb, saw themselves as winners over the giants. So you got to grab this. What is in your mind is what you will manifest. I want you to catch that. I'm going to talk about 3 things and I'm out, okay? But what is in your mind is what you will manifest. That's why the Bible says, so as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. And so as we talk about empowering you to be a better you, the Bible also says in Romans chapter 12 that you got to transform your mind. How do you transform yourself? By the renewing of your mind. Let me tell you this, and I'm going to my 3 things. You cannot have an attitude beyond your belief system. Okay? Remember now that elephant is huge, but the elephant attitude is he cowers when he sees a lion. Remember this, the lion is smaller. But the lion has an attitude is, hey, I can have you for lunch, all right? And so you got to grab that as you empower yourself, you got to know 3 things here, okay? That you've got to take a look at what is your perception of who you are. What is your perception of who you are, okay? Number 2, why do you think you are here, okay? And number 3, your sense of significance. You got to have what is your sense of significance, okay? When we talk about your perception of who you are, you remember now, it is your thinking that makes you see what you see. If you go outside and you think that the sky is a different color than blue, that's your thought pattern. So that makes you see the sky, Denise, as a different color than blue, all right? If you grab hold of this, your perception of who you are, okay? Elephant perception is I'm a coward when I see a lion. Lion perception is I'm a conqueror when I see an elephant, okay? So what is your perception of who you are? Are you confident or are you fearful? Are you bold or are you inferior? Are you courageous or are you scared, okay? So you got to look at, wait a minute, hold on. How do I see myself? Do I see myself as a winner or do I see myself, Greg, as a loser? Adrian, how do I see myself? Do I see myself as strong or do I see myself as weak? Your perception. And hear me well, because when I say this, that means that, you know what? I can't let your perception of me get all down inside of me if we're not in agreement. So guess what? If your perception of me is different from my perception of me, guess what? Your perception of me don't matter. Got it, Greg? You got to tell somebody, hey, if you got this perception of me, it don't matter because that's your perception. Why? Because that's your business. My business is I think I got it going on. My business is God got me here for a particular reason. My business is I am successful. All right? So your perception, what is your perception of who you are? Number 2, why do you think you are here? Okay, catch this, and I'm gonna be very simple with this, and I'm out of here on my 3rd one. To fit in or to stand out, to be regular or to be bigger than regular. All right. Why do you think you're here? You're here to succeed or are you here to work? You're here to be a millionaire or are you here to just pay bills? You're here to bless the community or are you here to just walk through the world? You got to answer the question, why do you think you are here? 3rd thing here is you got to have a sense of significance, all right? Josh, you got to tell people you got to have a sense of significance. Martha, you got to tell people you got to have a sense of significance. Why? Because that's why I say hello greatness. Yeah, that's it, Reggie. Brother Lawrence, you got to know your sense of effectiveness. Here's the thing. I'm out, y'all. We become what we think. That's it. Bottom line of this whole 9 yards. We become what we think. And here's my last statement to you. I got to tell you, and we're out. Take your mind higher, and you will go higher. All right? So how do you see yourself? Okay? What you see is what you will be. What is in your mind is what you will manifest. This has been empowering you to be a better you. Hello, greatness.